I think this work houses a collection in a way that couldn't exist any other way. And I think it comes back to this idea that we're taking the general use of data and the way we experience data as an online presence or a digital presence in a two-dimensional form and transferring it and giving it a three-dimensional living presence. That linked with the randomness of how collections will interact and stimulate the sculpture provides an experience or provides a work that you can't really determine. It's going to evolve in its own grounds and based on how audiences interact with it. So in those terms, it's a constantly changing collection. So that's very different, I think, for a collection that you would see in a display case in a museum. Because at any one time, it's going to be different.
You know, within the museum, we've always been interested and concerned with data presentation, with information visualisation. We're interested in it because it can tell us about how things work, relationships between parts of a system. They can give us, you know, data can give us insight into decision making. It gives us a bigger picture. And we're interested in the data visualisation within the fields that we deal with, so science and technology, within history, within design. And we're also interested in the techniques of visualisation. And computers and information technology have given us a whole new set of tools and a whole new set of possibilities for seeing these bigger pictures, for arranging data, manipulating it in different ways. And we tend to look at it from a pragmatic perspective. We tend to look at the way in which we use them as scientific tools or ways of understanding context or understanding fields of information, but there's no reason why we can't introduce other elements into these visualisations. And so we can visualise data not just for its utilitarian purposes, but also for its potential to excite us and delight us. Sometimes we see it. We see it in presentations of data that are supposed to be just valuable, but the data is beautiful. And so here we have an opportunity to start working with data, to see how it presents, to introduce an element, to see what emerges from it, if you like. We are a technology museum and we're interested in technological form. We're interested in the way people use technology to express themselves. And the expression can be for practical reasons or it can be for entirely other reasons. So Craig, in this project, is using data in a way that doesn't have a specific intention in order to see what emerges from this data. And like other artists, I think that he's going to be pushing the technology into areas where it wasn't necessarily intended to go, and I think we may see things that are unexpected, delightful. We may even find things that are fantastically useful that come out of this process.